Idubbbz been content copped by Ricegum?
This programme contains strong language, sexual scenes and references from the outset and throughout.
I'm Peppa Pig.
Bitch!
This is my little brother George.
Bitch!
This is Mummy Pig.
Bitch!
And this is Daddy Pig. Peppa Pig.
More money, I want your money. I want more money, I want your money. More money, I want your money. I want more money, I want your money. Once upon a time, not long ago, I was a hoe. And I'm admitting it, I won't take it back. Cause I did this shit, I was a hoe. And I'm admitting it, I won't take it back. Cause I did this shit, I was a hoe. More money, I want your money. I want more money, I want your money. More money, I want your money. I want more money.
Because we're from Britain, okay? We don't spill tea, we drink it. Paige, back at it again with yet another video for you hoes. Now today we're going to be talking about possibly one of the biggest stories to come out of 2017. The one thing that Phil DeFranco calls a YouTube holiday.
When he releases a content comp, that's like a YouTube holiday for me. I stop what I'm doing and I watch.
Yes, we're going to be talking about Idubbbz and the content comp that was made about Ricegum. Okay, so this entire story all boils down to when Idubbbz did a content comp, and he did a content comp on the one and only Ricegum. The thumbnail and title of the video basically said content cop Jake Paul, so we're all pretty much expecting a content cop in regards to Jake Paul. Phil DeFranco dubbed this as a YouTube holiday, and I actually really like that term of phrase. Like, it genuinely is a YouTube holiday. Whenever I find out that content cop has been dropped, you know a petty bitch like me has to be there. Idubbbz pulled out all of the stops for the video, but I'm going to show you how I personally believe that Ricegum content copped content cop. Now, before I get into the story, as you know, I always do a 60-second rundown of who the people are. However, I have already told you in 60 seconds who Ricegum is on a previous video. So basically, I'm going to be explaining who Idubbbz is for you in 60 seconds. Idubbbz is a 20-something YouTuber from San Antonio, Texas. I say 20-something as there is information online saying that he was born in 1990 and information online saying that he is born in 1991. So he could be 26, he could be 27, who knows. Idubbbz grew popularity from doing gaming videos on YouTube. He also had another series called Kickstarter Crap that really took off and launched his YouTube channel. The channel has now amassed over 5 million subscribers. He launched his main channel in 2012 and his first video featured the game Overgrowth. Since then, he has made his main focus channel Idubbbz TV. He also has a secondary channel called Idubbbz 2, as well as a third channel called Idubbbz Gaming. His real name is Ian Carter, and he has 2 brothers, one called Troy and the other one called Kevin. However, what Idubbbz is most well known for now is his Content Cop series. This is a series where Idubbbz would typically talk about various different popular YouTubers and talk about how they are not above criticism. He's done a content cop on Keemstar, a content cop on Leafy, a content cop on Tanamoja, and now Ricegum. The most notable content cop to date was earlier on this year when he did a content cop on Tanamoja. This in turn ended up being one of the most talked about content cops of 2017 until now. Now, I know what you guys are going to be thinking.
Paige, what the hell? Are you just going to be sitting here talking to us about content cop? Like, excuse me, I have a YouTube account too. Like, I definitely saw content cop. Bitch, you don't need to tell me what happened between him and Ricegum. I have eyes and I've been watching and I have been listening, bitch. Your video is old, lame and late, bitch. Get it together.
Yes, okay, and there have been a bunch of YouTubers who have already discussed the most recent content cop on Ricegum. And I've watched watched a lot of people sit there and either defend Ricegum or defend Idubbbz. But I'm attacking this from a completely different angle. I'm not taking sides. You're both awful. You're terrible.
Your makeup is terrible.
How anybody can defend one of the other is completely bizarre to me. It's like the best of two turds. Would you like your turd sloppy or would you like it hard and lumpy, bitch? They are both turds, okay?
Hello, excuse me, ma'am. Would you like to hear the specials? Oh, yes, I'd love to hear the specials. Tell me what you've got on the menu today. Right, well, on today's special, we have either iTurd or we have turd gum. It's up to you. iTurd, turd gum, iTurd, turd gum. I think I'll pass. Yeah, I think I'll pass. I'm just gonna go grab a Subway, okay? Alright, thank you. Bye.
And although Idubbbz has the ability to content cop Ricegum, Ricegum also has the ability to content cop Idubbbz. But neither of these people have been content copped by a bitch like me. Go grab a snack, grab a drink, go get your stuff because this is finna be a long video. Honestly, this entire thing is like Boy the Musical. You better stay tuned.
This is a quick trigger warning, guys. Some of the things that I may talk about may be triggering to you. So bear that in mind before you continue any further.
Okay, so straight out the gate in the original content cop made by Idubbbz, he went straight in to talk about Ricegum's comments.
You should show the clip of you saying the comments is what you should be doing.
What, he you? No, but did it feel good though? How long like did the last for?
5 minutes or less.
Oh, okay, so it's not that bad. But did you sue him and shit or no? Guys, if you want to rape her, she won't sue you, so.
Now, while I think that that's completely disgusting, I mean, in no context is a joke. When Ricegum responded in his very own content cop, he made some very valid points regarding the issue.
Out of everyone, Idubbbz should not be the one calling me out for it.
Is good.
Like, I know I f***ed up, but like, Idubbbz really, out of everyone to call me out, this guy calls me out, he has no room to talk.
I mean, how can you call out somebody for comments if you yourself are going to make comments on the internet? The best way to handle that, if you really did feel some kind of remorse for what you said or did, was to disclose that I've said some crappy things on the internet, but it doesn't mean that Ricegum is above reproach. But for some bizarre reason, I started seeing on the internet from so many different content creators that they were on the side of Idubbbz for this, and that was bizarre. Baffling. The one that really got me upset was made by WildSpartanz. I've only just discovered his channel and I was really getting into him, but now I'm just kind of like, no, bro.
And the thing with Idubbbz' jokes are, they were jokes. They were entirely jokes. Yes, I agree, someone could get offended by the jokes, but at the same time, Idubbbz was not asking a girl, did it feel good though? How long did it last? He wasn't doing that. He was saying, rape is good, as a joke. As a joke. Big thing here. As a joke. So there is a huge difference between Idubbbz making jokes and Ricegum making comments directly to someone who just said they were. There's a huge difference.
He basically makes a statement that it's okay that Idubbbz said it because Idubbbz said it as a joke. Whereas with Ricegum, he didn't say it as a joke. I mean, all the way through Idubbbz's video, he profusely makes the claim over and over again that the notion that Ricegum's videos are jokes is pretty much redundant. So what makes Idubbbz exempt from that rule?
It's very obvious to anyone who watches your videos that they're not all jokes. You're not playing a character. Alright, that is you. You are being yourself in these videos.
And he was saying, rape is good. As a joke. As a joke. Big thing here. As a joke.
Oh no, I get it. You're so spineless that you want to have it both ways. You want to basically be able to say, yeah, I roasted this person in the past, but it was all jokes. It was all jokes. Rape is good.
Big thing here. As a joke.
I know, that was just the thing that WildSpartanz said that I was like, f*** you. Just so we're all clear, regardless of race, gender, or whatever, it's never funny.
Big thing here. As a joke.
However, let's take it even further. I ended up stumbling across a video from Idubbbz from about a year ago where he takes something called the quiz. Once again, not a joke.
Saying sexual assault is the victim's fault is like saying a carjacking victim was at fault for driving a car, or the mugging victim's fault for carrying money.
Whoa, that's such an incredibly robust analogy, comparing victims to carjacking victims and mugging victims. If I live in Detroit and I park my car in an abandoned parking lot next to Drug Runner Alley, and I leave it there for 3 weeks and it gets stolen, I can rest easy knowing that there's nothing I could have done to change that outcome. If I drunkenly stumble into a classmate's house party with a couple of 20s peeking out my front pocket and a couple of 50s peeking out my back, and someone jacks that money from me, guess what? 0% my responsibility.
And although the video that he was reacting to was pretty extreme when it comes to what is required when giving consent and engaging in sexual activity, he still trivialized the entire notion of and also said, hey, if you're triggered, go yourself.
If you all got triggered during this episode, end your life.
Like, what kind of human? I genuinely think that nobody's really looked into what it is that Idubbbz does, and does he ever really practice what he preaches? Because he always has so much to say about other people. I mean, even when he content copped Tana Moja, it was all regarding her use of the N-word, yet he uses it so flippantly all the time.
Tyron's gun shop. Okay, well that one's just, I mean, it's not racist, it's just because, first of all, there's no one named Tyron, it's Tyrone, and secondly, black people don't own any businesses, so it's a picture of Dick Butt, and it says, may he live on in our hearts. I love you. If I wasn't 16, I would totally f you. Someone made like a whole certificate of being a. I got 2 certifications in these group of packages, honorary and the one. Means I know a good bit about hip hop. Okay, so this guy sent me a whole sticker pack of this sticker that reads, "Fight crime, abort black babies." I am certainly not the PC police here on YouTube. I'll say my fair share of questionable shit. It doesn't really give me much to work with. I'm not going to hold up the owner's manual and say, like and favorite this video if you agree. The whole joke here is the word. Let's laugh out loud in the comments, you guys. Our next package is from Amazon. It's some books. Marcus Garvey, Narrative of the Sojourner Truth. The Souls of Black Folk. So, it's really bad timing for you to send me all these black history books because I'm a plantation owner and I don't like these books. Knock it, get out of here, books.
Now, Idubbbz made this whole big entire thing about filming somebody without their consent. That Ricegum filming these girls without their consent was so wrong and so inappropriate, and likened it to the fact that he got physically aggressive with the Gabby show when she filmed him without his consent. In Ricegum's retaliation video, he pretty much showed footage of Idubbbz filming Ricegum without his consent, saying, hey bro, you do the same.
People do film at those parties, and you filmed at those parties. Filming's fine when people are okay with it. You weren't okay with it because you got bamboozled. Would you guys like to hear the juiciest bit of hypocrisy?
Oh my god, yes, Idubbbz. Are you going to show me the clip where you violated somebody else's privacy, but then later go on to say that it's not comparable to what you did to Ricegum because of context? Yes, please do.
Enhance. 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 Enhance.
Fucking flexing, dude. Let's see what my monthly earnings are. Oh, over a fucking million? Hell yeah. As if me filming you at VidCon while you're checking your Social Blade numbers is at all comparable to you breaking someone's phone because they were Snapchatting you, or you lying to girls on your stream.
The point of the matter is that neither of these guys have any legs to stand on. I mean, they're both wrong for doing what they did. Now, I do appreciate that when it comes to flexing, that some people are into it and some people aren't.
Sorry for flexing on y'all niggas.
However, However, we need to realise that Idubbbz is really into rap culture. I mean, rap culture have been talking about the things that they have for quite some time.
Gold all in my chain, gold all in my ring, gold all in my watch.
I mean, the franchise boys were talking about riding on rims. Nicki Minaj raps about the shoes, bags, clothes and weaves that she's wearing.
You couldn't even be tripping, you can't afford a vacation. I'm out in Haiti vacations, I go to Asia with Asians, you mad dusty.
I mean, even the #1 spot on the Billboard Top 100 was taken by Cardi B, who was basically saying, I'm better than you on all accounts and look at what I can afford.
I used to live in the peace, now it's a crib with a gay. Rolly got charms, a life frosted place.
And that's fine, but don't just point the finger at Idubbbz and say you're a prick. It's kind of all of rap culture. Okay, and that's pretty much like the most important points of Idubbbz's video. However, he did end up going on to make like a diss track, and that was pretty shitty. Like, okay, can we just be honest? Can we be real? Idubbbz's diss track was terrible. It was terrible. It was awful.
Talk like you eating some paste. Hey, is that your IQ or your age? Hey, say to your audience face. Hey, how Jacob's notorious taste.
No, God! No, God, please, no! No! No!
Hey, look afraid, must have seen a ghost rider.
Kill it! Kill it with fire!
And then you brought in PewDiePie to make a cameo, and I'm sitting there like, why have you brought PewDiePie to make a cameo? He said the N-word and still hasn't apologized for it, shrunk into obscurity, and is now making jokes about the fact that he used the N-word with a hard R. Like, f that guy. Sorry, excuse me? F that guy. Pretty much ended up having the backing of a lot of big YouTube players, including Keemstar, who is not at all pissed off about the content cop that was done on him a few years ago. Not at all. That does not factor into it at all. Baffling. And then Ricegum proceeded to make his diss track. Now, out of all of it, the beat went in hard, yeah, it was really dope beat. And he rapped pretty good, like, for Ricegum. I mean, this is by Ricegum's standard, he did pretty well.
I remember I was broke, I couldn't dress a lot. Came out from nothing, little bitch, that's why I flex a lot.
But then he was just like, yo, DJ, cut the beat. I'm gonna rap on it a cappella, like he's conceited or some shit off Wildin' Out.
Wait, who turned off the beat? Boy, man, f*** a beat. You're a stalker, Ian, you think about me every night. He's definitely white, you might as well be Asian because you're obsessed with rice. Bill Gates' face, body like a Girl Scout. Someone tell this angry Millhouse to take a couple pills and chill out before I knock his grill out.
Like, Ricegum really is out here trying to be conceited from Wildin' Out.
Direct, cut the beat.
But here's the thing, Ricegum, when you go off beat and you're sitting there talking about it, spitting these bars a cappella, bruv, you're supposed to do that and be on beat. I mean, his timing, diction, and pronunciation was way off. Like, I can't pronounce anything for shit, girl, but boy, can we talk? Ricegum has been receiving quite a lot of hate on his videos. I mean, the likes to dislikes ratio speaks for itself. And pretty much everybody is on side with Idubbbz. But I genuinely think by Ricegum pointing out Idubbbz's hypocrisies, he really content copped. I mean, yeah, we saw like a little dent in Ricegum's social blade, but to be honest, I feel like he chose the wrong one. Like, how are you going to content cop somebody who wants to be content copped?
I kind of really want him to make one on me, like.
I mean, the whole point of content cop is that it instills fear into any creator who is on the receiving end of a content cop. That's why content cop is so revered all over social media. Ian needs to retaliate to this whole entire thing, because if he doesn't, he's gonna
I look like a bitch.
Well, all of our prayers were answered and Idubbbz retaliated with Content Deputy. Well, Content Deputy arrived and I almost instantly sensed a mood. Like, this was not even fun and jokes anymore. Like, Idubbbz was pissed. He was so angry, like you could just tell. Like his skin looked sweaty, I don't know, he just looked angry. Like he seemed angry and his responses were a lot more aggressive. The point's all the same, but the response was hella aggressive in comparison.
Well, I don't want your props. You can shove your props straight up your ice hole because I think you're a garbage human being and I want nothing to do with you. Of course I did. Why wouldn't I? You're acting as if this is some Logan Paul feud. I'm not here to be friends with you, okay? I'm here to explain why you're worthy of criticism. Well, you have some pretty horrible comprehension because I was hardly calling you out for it. I used it as a point to illustrate that you can be criticized for it. I didn't say that I'm morally superior to you. Great job, dude. You won the argument that I never made by showing clips of your black friends reacting to me saying the word "n***er." You sure are very witty and know how to deconstruct an argument. This isn't Content Cop PewDiePie. What's wrong with you? Yes, if I were to make a Content Cop on PewDiePie, I'd mention how he stretches all of his videos out to 10 minutes. I'd mention how he litters his videos with ads. There's things to criticize PewDiePie on. But guess what? He's not nearly as much of a f***ing douchebag as you.
He was still making his points and he was definitely articulating himself in the same manner that he would usually, but for some bizarre reason, just the energy in that video was completely different. It wasn't about making a funny content cop, it was now war. But here's the thing, Ian, you content copped somebody who wanted a content cop. Like, Idubbbz wanted a content cop so bad that last year he provoked you, he poked the bear and said, this is what I want. Now, I don't know about anybody else, but if I was expecting a content cop, or if I wanted a content cop to happen, I would already have all of my retaliations ready. But not only that, any bullshit that I'd said in the past, I would make sure that I had accounted for it and I had a response to it.
And just drop it on my head. You can't just do that, because guess what? I'm ready. And if you do that, bro, if you do drop a video on me, I swear to God, I'm dropping the best diss track ever, and that's on Mom.
So basically you were content copping somebody who was ready for you. What made the Keemstar content cop so great was that Keemstar was not expecting a content cop. Leafy was not expecting a content cop. Tana Moja was not expecting a content cop so much that she had no idea who you were and lied about her encounter with a guy who held her and wouldn't let her go.
Say
I honestly think that Phil DeFranco's right when he says that Content Cop is like a YouTube holiday and that everybody stops what they're doing to watch it. But I honestly feel like he used Jake Paul's name and image in his thumbnail, and maybe Jake Paul should have been the person he content copped. Because not only would Jake Paul not have been expecting a content cop anytime soon, he also wouldn't have had the smarts to retaliate in such a way. I think it's funny how the website Ricegum.com takes you over to Content Cop Deputy. I think that was a really good PR move by you. But I honestly think that you just chose the wrong one. Ricegum's diss track was better. He already had retaliations. He flew out people in order to make his point. Like, he had you on every single level.
Maybe at the end he might squeeze a diss track in there to show people that he can, you know, give me a taste of my own medicine. Who knows?
Because many people see content cops as harm on their career, whereas a person as narcissistic as Ricegum sees it as an opportunity. Anyway, so that's about it. Tell me what you think about this whole content cop situation. Do you think that Ricegum's going to retaliate a second time to the content deputy video? Or do you think that both of these YouTubers should let this silly little beef die down? And I'm going to leave some polls up there as well. Tell me what you guys think. Do you think that Idubbbz made the most valid points, or do you think that Ricegum made the most valid points? Or if all else fails, you can always leave a comment in the comment section down below. And if you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you like it. If you don't, I don't give a shit anyway. And also don't forget to hit the notifications with the bell so that you guys get a notification every single time that Paige posts new content. Looking like Flappy Bird, bitch. I personally think that both of these humans are terrible, and it's really funny to see what men will do when their masculinity comes into question. But don't take my opinion for it, because I'm just putty.